Guys, hope you're doing good. Thanks for watching this video. So in this banger, I'm going to be covering how we are able to add an extra 10K every single week through this Instagram process, right? I'm gonna walk you through the whole process. What I did in the last video was actually explain you the traffic nurturing and converting phase, right? Watch that video before this because it was a banger as well. Like, it's crazy. But what I want you to understand in this video is that we're going to be covering the exact workflow. So what you exactly need to do in order to generate the desired results for your coaching business or e-commerce agency, right? We don't help local agencies. This is especially focused on coaches, consultants, and actually, let's say e-commerce agency owners. So let's dive in, okay? In this video, we're going to be covering the Instagram as an outreach channel. So the whole workflow, right? So you probably know that you first need to optimize your profile and actually buy access to other Instagram accounts, right? You don't need to make new accounts because it's like slightly different like with Instagram and Facebook, because like Facebook is something different, right? It's both meta, but Facebook has certain restrictions and Instagram has as well. But when you make a new account on Instagram, you're probably gonna get banned, right? When you spam a lot of people. So what I want you to do is buy access to other Instagram accounts, right? They're very cheap, but buy access to them. Leverage that Instagram account to actually do outreach, right? So let's cover this process. So the first process is actually that you need to use hashtags to find company Instagram pages, right? Let's say you're an e-commerce agency, right? And you help businesses scale with TikTok ads. Find those companies using hashtags and use actually the suggestions page. You can use like on the slide on the right side of Instagram, you can probably use suggestions, right? So it's going to actually suggest you a lot more people that like the algorithm picked up, because you search for a certain person, and when you want to find more of those people, you can actually use that very, very powerful method, right? I probably don't use this a lot. But when you're an agency, this is very helpful, very helpful. When you're a coach or consultant or an agency as well, those steps will work pretty well. Like, it's insane. Find experts selling to your niche, right? So let's say you're a coach and or let's say you have an agency, right? You have a short form content offer and you're willing to find coaches and consultants. What I want you to do is I want you to find an expert within the space that is selling something to agency owners and coaches, right? Go through their followers and find prospects, right? That makes sense. The second one is find those experts, right? And go to two-step posts. I explained this in the last video as well, so go over that. I explained it more in detail, right? I think like last video or one video before that, but go to their comments, right? Go to their posts. They probably have like two-step posts or value posts most of the time. That means that under they're telling you something that you need to comment a certain word, right? If you're interested. I want you to use a software to actually track those people. Explained in the last video, I was going over the whole software that we use to actually message those leads, right? You're never able to get banned using that software. In the beginning, I was talking about like leveraging Instagram accounts. You can buy access to them or you can use this software, right? Because this software is insane, to be honest. Go watch the other video I made, okay? Last video. So through those methods, you actually get a lot of qualified prospects, right? They probably have a current pain that you can provide a solution for. And that's simply because you really reached out to the people that have a pain where you can provide a solution for, right? We're not doing cold outreach. This is not focused on doing cold outreach. Find an expert that is selling something to your target audience, right? If that makes sense. So you have to understand that process. If you understand that process, you're probably gonna, it's insane. Like, what most people do is they're gonna do cold outreach, but leverage this process with VAs or use the software, right? I will recommend you doing this process in the beginning to actually understand it, if that makes sense, right? Start conversations and create context, right? Only with the qualified leads and prospects you found, right? So let's say they respond. Use the message framework to get a 50% booking rate. 2 videos earlier, I made the full explanation of this message framework to actually get a 50% booking rate when people respond. When not, just follow up 2 times and they will respond later, right? Qualify them, find inefficiencies, provide value, and actually educate the prospects on the offer, if that makes sense, right? You can send them a Loom, you can send them an evergreen VSL, but content, it's insane, because probably content is what really builds a relationship with your fan, with your ideal customer, because content is what, how do I explain that in the right way, right? You have a VSL, you have a personalized Loom, probably like personalized Loom is very good as well to build a relationship, but actually like long form YouTube content, like what I'm doing right now, is probably one of the most valuable things you can give people, if that makes sense, right? That's the reason why people buy, right? The reason why people buy is from your content, not from your 3-second short reels, but from your long form content. So you have to provide a lot of value front and use that message framework. Please go watch that video I made about this. The name was like how one of our clients was able to add like 8.5k. That was the title. So go check that out. And let's say they're interested, book on a call, right, and confirm it. Let's say they're not interested, ask feedback and why they didn't book in a call, right? So this is not what needs to happen. Okay, so perfect. So let's say they're not interested, just go over the whole process again, right? You need to understand what you did wrong in order to improve. That makes sense, right? So that's actually the whole process. It's not that hard. You just need to do it. The most important part is with this process, the reason why we're able to add an extra 10k every single week is because we reach out to people that are interested in buying our product. And that's the only reason why this is working, right? So let's say you want to find hashtags. That means that you need to go to Instagram, find hashtags, find those companies, and use like suggestions, right? Find experts selling to your niche. So that means that you need to go to YouTube. I want you to type in certain words that correlate with your niche. Find influencers, right? Big guys within the space. Go to their Instagram, leverage that fucking Instagram. Join their Facebook group, leverage that fucking Facebook group, guys. It's insane. You really need to leverage someone else's audience. Find experts to go to 2-step posts. I already explained this in another video if you didn't watch it, but I will cover you how to do that as well. It's insane. You need to do this as well, right? So let's say we go here, we go to a post. I don't know if this post is right. Look, comment setter below if that's you, and I'll DM you an application. So that means that all the people reacted with setter here, setter, are interested in buying that product, right? The first thing is that they're interested. The second thing you need to figure out if they have buying power, right? If that makes sense. But that's what you need to do here in this qualification round, if that makes sense, right? So qualify them, find inefficiencies, provide value, educate prospects on the offer, if that makes sense. So you have a ton of people, like 225, and probably here, look, another 350 people that you can reach out to. When you use this software, it's insane. It's going to blow up, guys. Trust me, okay? So use that software to actually find like influencers and go through their comments sections to actually get access, get attention from the people that you want to attract, right? Because the beauty about this whole process is you need to figure out a way to get attention. And the way to get attention is not to reach out to random people, because it works, but it's extremely hard to get people's attention when they are not interested in something you do. Does that make sense? So you need to figure out a way that you can get attention from people that are interested in what you do. And you do that by leveraging someone else's audience that is reaching out, that is communicating value to the audience, that you're doing as well, right? So yeah, I already explained the whole process, and this is actually the process you need to go through in order to actually generate the desired outcome. If you follow this process, you make it unreasonable to not add an extra 10K a month. Like it's just not possible, right? It's not possible. I can guarantee you that, okay? But you need to do it. And that's the only problem with most people, right? It sounds very easy. It actually is, right? It's not easy, it's simple, but you need to do it, right? And you don't even need to hire VAs, actually. If you want to stack up this process and literally want to improve with more messages, hire VAs, right? What we do with our company as well is actually we place growth specialists within your company, and we make sure you get your fucking calendar stacked, actually stacked. I'm not talking about 2 calls a day. I'm talking about like 100 plus calls every single month, qualified calls, because that's very important. So you need to actually understand how to do this process, and yeah, the step that you need to do is just follow this process and do it, okay? So follow this process, and yeah, just actually hit me up if you want some help with this. I already told you the process. If you want help with this, message me. We're going to implement 2 growth specialists, 2 appointment setters that will do 300 outreaches every single day. We stack your calendar, and we will drink some wine in Italy. If you'd like to celebrate with us in a couple months, reach out to me, and yeah.